podcast Arise!
'Hello everyone, and welcome to AppliEpisode 8 of LostinTranslationmon. I'm May.
And I'm Jay.
This week we watched the 8th episode of AppliMon, and it was... And before we jump into the discussion of the episode, we just have some quick news that I was a bit silly and left out of the last episode.
Because you're very smart.
Yeah, because it wasn't in my segment guide, and if it isn't in my segment guide, it doesn't exist. So, first of all, the latest V-Jump issue, which was the V-Jump issue for January, came out, and it announced a 20th anniversary V-Pet that's coming out next year.
Boo!
And I'm very excited about that.
Oh my god, can you stop?
And then this weekend, so after episode 78 was released, there was a Greymon figure with Taichi announced, and a Patamon and Agumon hat, which is really super cute. And also some Digimon Adventure Tri-Cards prototypes were shown, and those were also pretty cool. For Lost in News Lately-mon, Chisai236 made another fantastic, awesome animation, and I'm also going to talk about it on the next episode of Lost in Translationmon.
It's about murdering children. The best.
Yeah, so it's when we're talking about Yamaki and who he could be. So yeah, so check that out, and it's fantastic, and thank you so much. And now on to the episode.
This episode wasn't good.
This episode was worse than the most recent episodes, yes. But do you have any favourite bits? Because I'm sure there are some.
The only
bits.
good bit was the fight at the end. That was the only good bit of the entire episode.
No.
Also Haru every time he said anything or did anything.
And Gutchmon. But what about when Haru, Eri, Dokomon and Gutchmon went to Astra's place to watch him? And Eri was just not amused by what was happening, but Haru was so, enthusiastic.
As I said, the only time Haru did or said anything.
I'm saying Eri just...
No, that sucked. I'm only interested in Haru being like, yeah! He was so on board.
And in the final battle, how Haru was excited about, everything that's happening, and he's just marking out to all the movies.
I love these movies so much!
He's so perfect. I'm sure there were other amusing things. I like Gatchmon.
No, because the whole episode followed Astra, and Astra sucks, and so does Musimon, and they're both really boring. And his problem of my YouTube channel isn't popular anymore doesn't, the show has done a really good job of, kind of giving you the perspective of, the famous people from, Haru's perspective, or regular life problems that could be an issue, messages being sent out or whatever. It is really hard for them to get across you should feel bad for this famous YouTuber because he's not famous anymore. Ooh, you can all sympathize with this. There's just no connection to this guy. He's so annoying. And then when he's put into a situation where he could be less annoying, he decides to be more annoying, as he's with Eri and they both hate each other.
I like Rekomon, how he wasn't really saying anything that was setting him out to be an individual. He was just mainly saying what Astra was saying, because he's a microphone and that's what they do. And while Musimon was saying, look, this isn't what you're meant to do, this isn't what you enjoy to do, you're just trying to be popular, and that's not the Astra that I thought you were, this isn't you. And they have an argument, so Musimon walks off. And Rekomon's just basically spouting whatever Astra's saying, because he's a microphone.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, but the problem is that, I think it was positioning it as the recording thing is kind of evil because he's giving him bad advice, but you already had seen the secret laughter behind the YouTube app.
Yeah. So
you knew there was something. This is the Porori episode done badly. That's what it is. It's you're introduced to this new Applimon and you're thinking, oh, what's it doing wrong? And then you're like, but no, that's the bad guy.
Well, I never thought that Rekomon was the bad guy because he just got him. He wasn't infected. He was just there.
I thought it was too convenient, and it made sense for you to be like, well, maybe, and then it wasn't, and it didn't even really try, and I just thought it was boring.
This made me just think that the Pororimon episode was better.
Way
Amazing.
better.
It was an amazing episode.
Rekomon's nothing. Rekomon's such a nothing.
Yeah.
I think that your interpretation of him is interesting, but at the same time, I don't think that the episode would have changed if he wasn't around.
Yeah.
Except for the fusion at the end, which was everything from the fusion onward was great.
I liked Mediamon.
But it was just a fight, so it couldn't have been that great.
But Atmon fights are usually pretty decent.
It's fine. I think it wasn't quite clear what Mediamon does. I think that I think what it should have done is like rewind and like use media controls. Would have been really good. And then you could like rewind the movie, and then you could, I don't know, turn the gun around of that ship. That'd be really sweet.
Yeah.
But just any modicum of effort on to make it like really special, instead of like, okay, I'm a media player, I guess I'll play my own video. That's fine. It wasn't really clear, but it's fine.
So there weren't that many favourite bits this episode compared to previous episodes?
No, because it was just crap video stuff. There wasn't anything super interesting. I called that the Seijiru guy wasn't real.
Yeah, no, yeah, you did, but you said that it might be the video app inventing him instead of...
I thought it was the...
Yeah.
I thought it was an evil Atmon making him up, which was technically true, but it was the wrong one. But either way, I called it wasn't real.
And I like that, because, like, this is pretty convenient that all of a sudden we have this new guy that's basically just plot convenience, but no, he's not. I also liked Afro guy.
Oh, Afro guy's constantly entertaining.
Yeah, and in each episode, it's how is he impacted this way?
I don't know what was going on with Eri.
Oh my, well, I
Eri
don't
has
want
an
to.
embarrassing video she doesn't want people to watch where she's standing in a ring of men. It doesn't show anything embarrassing happening. I'm very concerned what it could be.
It's probably not what you think it is, though, because it's a
probably
kid's.
exactly what you think.
It's for
It is.
kids.
Yeah, it's probably exactly what you think it is.
That's really sad, but Eri clearly doesn't want anybody to see what is happening in her video.
I wonder why.
And AstraNomical, Afro Man is wearing? I can't
He's
talk
watching
today.
his favorite wedding, like, romance
Yeah.
thing, but it's now set in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's just Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
Doesn't that already exist?
Yes.
Yeah. Any negative bits?
All of it. Astra's boring. I don't like him. I think that his struggle is uninteresting. I don't care if he's a successful app tuber or not. I don't care if he feels like he's popular. And I don't care that he feels like he's strayed away from his original intention of being an app tuber, because it doesn't matter. It's so boring. And Musimon just says stuff like, but what's in your heart, I guess.
I'm trying to like Astra because he's a protagonist and I have to like...
Will you like him, or won't you like him?
I won't.
We won't.
I feel really bad because I like liking the main characters, but I feel like he's even more annoying in this episode than he was in the last one. Musimon's fine, and there was a cute moment where Musimon says no Astra, no life, and Astra says no Musimon, no life, and that's cute.
Yeah, that was the best thing that they did.
But besides that, like, it's not really wowing me on these new characters. Like, Eri's fine, Haru is amazing, but Astra's, like, the worst of the three. And I feel really bad because I want to like him.
Because he sucks.
I mean, I had a feeling that I wouldn't like him just because...
You said it so often. You said, I'm looking forward to not liking him.
No, but not like this. Not like this.
Well, what did you want to not like him like?
I want him to be like, you know, the obnoxious guy you like to hate.
No, he's just obnoxious.
Yeah, he's just obnoxious.
He's everything you wanted, but slightly off.
Yeah, he's worse than I wanted. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to look forward to, you know, saying he's a terrible character. I'm like, no, I would like to like this character a bit more. It's just, he just annoys me. Any other negative bits?
No, I don't know. It was kind of boring.
I mean, I thought of another positive bit.
What?
The Spider-Man.
No, it was tarantula person.
Tarantula guy or something like
No,
that.
it was like person.
Yeah.
Tarantula person swinging to save the day, and it was like a big movie theater, and the video player had become like a movie screen because its head was so big.
Okay, the episode was good after I got to the AR field.
I guess. Yeah, from the fight beginning to end, that was fine. But everything before that sucked, and just Astra being crazy and making more videos, and not getting punished at all for it.
Yeah, where was the dad saying, Astra, you promised me it'd be half an hour. This is, you know, you've disappointed me. You've disappointed the family.
Yeah, like that would have at least been some kind of like, okay, he's actually learned something. He didn't. All his friends just were like, but no, and he's like, but yes.
I mean, it was kind of sad when people were saying they don't like him anymore, but I don't find myself caring enough.
Whatever, he's still probably a nice person. But, his show's not doing well. No.
What was your favourite character besides Haru, obviously?
No, it's Haru, shut up.
Okay, it is Haru. Haru and Gutchmon are consistently the best characters in this. I love them so much.
By a long way.
I love how Haru is always, you know, he enjoys this.
I want Eri to calm down. Like, I know she can calm down.
Hato ni Dokan Panshi. I love
Why
that.
do they both have, like, super annoying catchphrases?
Haru doesn't.
I know, and I like that.
Yeah.
God, if everyone in Adventure had a catchphrase, wouldn't you just die?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Karu was like, by the light of the moon, I will punish you!
She is the one called Sailor Plot.
Sailor Jesus.
Jesus. So I wrote this discussion point before we watched the episode, and it was, have your thoughts about AstraNomical changed?
They've actually... Yes, I hate him more now.
Yeah, no, he annoys me more.
Because I was open to the idea that he had, like, a YouTube personality, and then he had, like, his home thing, and there was a mix there, but I think I was telling you before we started recording. Eri is interesting because she has her show persona, and then she has her real life, where she's a nice normal person
And really polite. She takes off her shoes before she jumps on the
and
chair.
that maintained. She always did that. And Astra's the opposite, where at home, i.e. in his actual profession, he's kind of nice and normal, and then everywhere else he's obnoxious and awful, which is really evident when he goes to school and he's just dropping his catchphrase all the time, and just everyone's...
To be fair, everybody's dropping his catchphrase.
I guess that was fun for, like, the 2 seconds it was when he's like, will I or won't I? And they're all like, of course.
Well, the first bit of the episode, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll like Astra.
No.
Because I really liked that first bit of the episode, but then the rest of the episode was just, oh no, never mind, false alarm.
Also, do you notice he never actually fixed the problem? Like, his problem was that his videos weren't doing well. Mostly, and it was revealed, and really not covered very much, that the reason they weren't doing well is because what he recorded wasn't what was coming out.
Yeah, but it wasn't actually said explicitly.
No, they showed you once.
Yeah, they showed the straw.
Because he does a big straw thing, and he obviously does a big struggle, and then it gets no likes, and then you see what the actual video was, and he's just calmly drinking for half an hour.
And it's just a normal straw.
The fact is, I can't believe no one hit like on that. That seems like a thing that at least one person would be like, yeah.
What about the actual one that he did when he was staring at the daifuku and trying not to eat it for half an hour?
Apparently that was great.
Yeah.
Because it's got tension.
Yeah, apparently he was crying and it moved everybody.
That was quite funny. But yeah, so they never addressed, does his YouTube channel get popular now? Because I thought he was pretty screwed. Like, his popularity was pretty shot.
And people were actually not liking him when he was doing the fart stuff, which was weird.
Well, it's not weird. It's reason... When he was... I think the moment that
No,
killed...
I said was weird was the fart thing, not the fact that people didn't like that. No, it was weird.
I think what killed me in this episode was that moment where he's in the forest and he goes, I know! My farts will... If he's got a symphony orchestra, I have the orchestra of my butt.
Yeah, that was interesting to say the least. I wish that they had more of him in his home life with, his hair's down and he's like this very honourable, he's going to be the heir of this rich family.
We didn't get any of that.
Not even like a slight mention of that, because I would have been fine if we had, this is his aptitude personality, and then normally he's this very quiet, honourable young man.
No, that's all the show.
No, but apparently that part of him is the show. The aptitude him is the real him.
Boo.
Do you have any miscellaneous thoughts, or do you think we've covered everything?
God, this episode was bad.
Yeah. Which is sad, and I'm hoping that the next episode is better.
If it just focuses on anyone else, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I want to believe that it's just Astra that's making us not enjoy this episode.
Well, I think the important thing here is that the episode is not badly written. It is written fine about an uninteresting subject. And I think that's what's key here.
What about your ranking? Are you going to give
It's the worst episode.
Yeah, well, I think
it's the only episode I've gone, like, I'm not interested in watching this.
I put it third worst.
What's worse than this?
But then I realised that, so I might actually... Because I felt bad putting such a
the
new episode out.
The first episode was worse than this?
No, it wasn't.
When Gatchmon was there and changed his ringtone and everything, that was awesome.
Okay, you're right. And that was, I think, the second episode.
The first episode had to be good enough that you were quoting it at me the other day.
Okay, you're right.
You were trying to wake me up, you were like, Gatchy.
Yeah, so I felt like I put it there only because I felt bad and I wanted to make it sound like the episodes were, they're still better than the first few and they're not.
Nope.
This was not that. And I'm really worried because the 7th episode also we didn't enjoy that much, which was Astra's introduction.
Both Astra episodes suck. We can just accept that and move on.
So my ranking so far from bottom to top is 8, then 2, then 1, then 7, then 5, then 3, then 6, and 4. And yes, I know I promised to put what actually happened in the episodes, but I didn't because I forgot.
You didn't promise. You said that would take too much effort.
No, I said last episode that I should start doing that, but I didn't.
I said you should start doing that.
Yeah, and then I said, yeah, you're right, I should. So the best one was the Halloween episode. The second best was the Perotimon episode, and the third best was the Roleplaymon episode.
Fair enough.
So you'd agree with my ranking so far?
I don't know. Sounds approximate.
Yeah. And yeah, Astra Musemon's introduction was the 4th worst.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have ourselves a ranking, which I changed because, yeah, you're right, that was the worst episode so far, and it's grim.
No, it's not that grim.
I mean, I guess one episode
It'd
has to
be
be
grim
the worst,
if it was
right?
like, this is the arc we're in now. But it's not. It's we've established this guy's character. We've given him some new Appmon to play with. And he's got his first big evolution, I guess. And then we're off to the races.
And hopefully we get Ray soon.
Yeah.
I hope Ray's good. I hope he's just not a nothing bad guy, because, there's potential for it to be quite annoying and just like, I'm so evil. I'm such an edgelord. I hope he's better than that.
I kind of hope he is that, because I want him to be built up just as much as everyone else. He needs to be like a world famous hacker. They're like, oh, Ray! Like, because that's the kind of people that Haru was hanging out with. He's a nobody, and they're all famous. I think that would be interesting.
No, I'd like that, but I hope his character is at least interesting to watch.
No, make him edgy. Make him exactly Matt, except we know that he's meant to be a dick.
But I don't want him to be annoying.
No, be awful.
I'm fine with him being a bad guy who I'm happy to hate, but I don't want him to be a character who I just hate and hate and hate.
No, but he's not like Astra, who you're meant to be like, look how fun he is. He's great. You're meant to love him.
I feel that we're allowed to not love him.
You love John Cena, don't you?
Yeah, I love John Cena. But real talk, I feel like we're allowed not to like him by the reactions that each of the characters were having to Astra. We had Haru who was like, and Dokamon who was like, and then Gatchamon and Eri were just like, what are we watching? What is this guy doing? Who would ever like this? So I feel like we're okay. We've been given permission by the writers to say, you can just find him annoying if you want.
And I do.
Or you can find him fantastic.
And I don't.
Do you? Don't you?
I don't!
You like his catchphrase, though.
It's usable in a lot of situations.
It's usable against him.
Yes, it is. It's very, very usable against him.
So you can contact us and stay updated. You can email us at LostinTranslationmon@gmail.com, or you can comment on this episode or message us on SoundCloud. What?
I thought of something great.
Okay, say it.
Okay, so at the end of the season, they should all have like a really big like evil app they each have to face down, like basically like the Dark Masters. And his should be like some kind of lottery app or gambling, and it's like he's bet everything on red, and like the roulette's going, and he goes, will it? Oh, won't it? Like it becomes the final deciding thing that's happening, and he's like, it did.
Yeah, no, okay.
That'd be awesome.
You can follow us on @AstraNomical on Twitter and on Vine whenever that stops being a thing. Do we have a date to when Vine dies, by the way?
I don't know.
Do you? Don't you?
I don't.
I don't. You can also find us at LostinTranslationmon on Tumblr, Facebook and YouTube. We have a discussion thread on With the Will and a Reddit thread in the Appmon subreddit, which we linked in the description. We'd really appreciate it if you were to review us on iTunes and or Stitcher.
And thank you to our Patreon supporters, Sam Krieger, who has a podcast with Stevie called The Moncast, which talks about Pokemon and Digimon next to each other, Wu Jinglong, who you can find at twitch.tv/Wu Jinglong, Metal Mamimon, Joe, Anime Guy, who is Anime Guy Kurosaki and the number 1 on YouTube, Chuckmon, Ishpal Bamba, Hiro Olato, who is at Hiro Olato on Twitter, Jason Morosky, Frost Miragic, who is at Frost Miragic on Twitter, Stephen Reeves, who is at WildWing64 on Twitter, Kaidawashi, Mac, Noam, Riku, Red and Garen from Breakfast with Digimon, which is another Digimon podcast, which sounds delicious. It's over! Sorry, no, I really just want to talk about Matt Hardy for like another 7 minutes.
No.
All his catchphrases are great.
Jams.
Red and Garen from Breakfast Digimon, which is another Digimon podcast, very important. Jams, who would also go well with Breakfast with Digimon. Chisai, who you can follow at Chisai236 on Tumblr, and Corey.
You can also make a one-off donation on PayPal, which can be linked in the description. found linked in the description even. It's www.paypal.me/airdramon. Make sure to let us know it's for the podcast, and yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!